So tonight, as with many nights, I don't really know what I'm doing, but I thought I'd try out something different, you know. So yeah, I've got a pad of paper, or the back of a book. And I thought I'd just draw something. I'm not really sure what. But I kind of felt like doing it. Now, obviously you'll have to excuse the lighting. Perhaps I should invest a little more time in preparation, but I'm not expecting this to be a masterpiece, so you get what you pay for, I suppose. I want to think about dreams, just what that looks like on the paper to me tonight. Just that word and what that makes me think of. So maybe there's a line here, and maybe here, and here, and here, and that's quite nice. You see there? A little bit. That's actually, it's a house. Right there, yeah. It's got some smoke coming out of it, just a little bit. There we go. And you know, maybe next to the house is a little square brick wall. But it's actually just attached to a really, really bad drawing of a car. Makes no sense. And then that's just coming down to this little S shape. With these little lines in. And the A just starts from that. It's quite a big A, actually. Much bigger than the other letters. It's a bit confused. Yeah, quite like that. Then this M, actually, there's two of them. They're kind of stacked on top of each other. And the C's kind of lost itself now, so let's make it a little bit more obvious that it's an E, which hasn't really worked, but that's okay, because we can just give it a little sign, so just give it a little hand. There we go. And that hand, there we go, it's a little hand. It's going to be holding a little sign. That sign's just going to be telling everybody that it's an E, you know, in case you forget. And this little S down here. Yeah, it's stereotypical, but this S actually doesn't mind the stereotype. This S is a snake. Yeah, it's just winding around there. Might be hard to tell, he's quite small. Going around this balloon, and the balloon is just also a Wi-Fi hub, so it's getting a pretty good signal actually. And then they got this hill here. It's a wave at one end, and there's another little house down here, just in case the other one forgot. And of course, you know, it's a house. Houses need electricity and phone lines and whatever else. That's hooked up. I suppose we better draw this one as well, just in case. That's going to go up here somewhere, like that. There we go. Lovely. Yeah, and then we're going to have to go over here as well. There we go. And then just hook up this house to it as well, just so they get power too. And this house is going to have a lot more smoke. But there's a bit of a wind down here, so it's going to come out this way more. And it's going to slowly just kind of realise that actually maybe it's like a weird dragony serpent thing. But as it comes back down again, it kind of forgets that and goes back to being smoke. You can see that there? Yeah. So it's going to have just a couple of little wings. Not very big wings, it's kind of skipped on day, you know. There we go. That's it's an interpretation of a dragon. Actually, that's more of a dog, I suppose, so really we should give him some feet. Yeah. And he's chasing after the car, I suppose, so he's going to be barking, so just better let everybody know. That's what he's about today. Somehow I think maybe this M is just one of a few, so you know it's in a group, it doesn't like to be alone. And they're all they're kind of codependent, but actually there's more than two of them. Maybe there's a 3. There's 4, but one of them's a bit smaller than the others and in lowercase. And then this one just comes up here. Big squiggle. And all the way back down. Yeah, that's nice. And then also just a couple of little thetas just hanging out up here. I'm liking that already. That's good. This snake is coming out of a post box. Yeah. Yeah, it's escaping from a post box. It's looking for a better Wi-Fi signal down here. The snake's just, ooh, there he is. And yeah, this post box is attached. It has a handle, obviously, like every post box. There we go. And it's yeah, I think that's good. It's on a little pivot thing too. It's part of one of those you know, Rube Goldberg type machines. And that's on a pulley, of course, so that needs a rope to come down. That's real good. Yeah, so rope's going around there and coming down here. There we go. That's nice. That needs a little sense bit to it, which in some ways actually makes it look more like an eye. And he's quite happy because he likes his little ornamentation. I guess that's actually maybe some hair coming off of his head. So like that. And like that. He's got hair, there we go. Nice ear. There we go. That's it. Oh, he's got spaghetti on his face. That makes a lot more sense. There you go. And then that's just telling you just a little message there. Just don't worry. Yeah, that's great. That's really good. Now I think we need to pay some more attention up here. So this D. And it kind of looks a bit like a crescent moon actually. So we're just gonna have that crescent moon come in. Oh yeah, that's really bad, but also kind of nice. And if you've got a crescent moon, it's kind of nice to have a little star next to it. And a couple more. And a couple more. Yeah, we'll just throw in a bunch up here. Just that's really good. Just a few little stars. And if you've got the moon, I suppose you want to have the sun too. Now, people often draw the sun wearing shades, but this one's going to be wearing a monocle. Yeah, that's right, it's going to be wearing a monocle, so see, we got the little chain coming out the bottom there. Going around. Nice. That's a very professional looking sun. So he's telling you not to worry. I don't know why he's telling you not to worry. What might you be worried about? And that D's not very obviously a D. There we go. That's okay. So our houses, they're going to have power from somewhere, right? So we'll get a solar panel up over here. There we go. Of course, I don't really know how to draw a solar panel, but that's okay. Yeah, that gives the impression. We'll do a little bit of this. A couple of waves coming down to that solar panel. Really nice. That's just standing on some legs there. And that's going to come out of there. Power into a transformer, I suppose, like that. And they've got some little loops on the side too. But that's actually more of a teacup, so I guess it's kind of just got some steam coming off the top, because it's just, you know, nice hot cup of tea. So I'll just put a little tea on there. Maybe the sun's, you know, warming up the teacup, which looks pretty good, I think. And maybe also with the tea, you want to have just some. Well, it's a tube. I was going to say it's biscuits, but maybe it's not. Not really sure what this is yet. It's got some squares on it. That's good. That's a bit bigger, and then it comes down here. Oh, and maybe it's like a welding mask, maybe. Yeah, it's a little welder, so they're going to be there. Really, really small, with weird arms, and they're wearing little overalls, maybe. And they're holding a little welding thing. I don't know what a welding thing looks like, really. That's fine. That's an approximation of that. And this rope, so it's feeding into something down here. He's saying not to worry. So it's a pasta piece of rope. I don't know why he's got pasta on his eye. It's a bit strange, but there's a CD coming out of the side of this little thing, because this is an old-timey CD player. Yeah, okay, so it's got a big play pause button on it. So I guess maybe it's more of a tape player, but it's lost its spool. Spool's coming up. CD there. There you go. And then this CD player. So it's ejecting CDs. So there's another one over here. It's got to have somewhere to go. Getting rid of a few of them. Off they go. And they're going to be going sideways. And over here, just going to have kind of surprised face, just like, ooh, what's this? A little bit messed up there, but that's okay. It's fine. Yeah, he's just going to have his face open like that. And he's surprised about the CDs, because he's a punk rocker from the early 2000s, and he doesn't know about CDs yet, maybe. And his hair goes through his hat because that's what he's like, I guess. And he's got a big, like, spiky thing, you know, and then, like, the black t-shirt, but his arms aren't very long. Oh yeah, that's real dark. And yeah, so he's got quite a lot of ideas, really. So maybe people don't think of him as a thinker because people like to stereotype or something, but his ideas are pretty big. And yeah, he's thinking about the dog too, so he's thinking maybe the dog wants a bone. You know, a little doghouse, a little kennel. There you go. And then the doghouse is thinking, well, you know, I don't want to be a doghouse. But he's a bit more confused, so his thought bubble's not so nice. He's thinking, I want to be a real house. And, yeah. And maybe just down here, it's just a little spiral. And then coming out of that spiral is a snail. And he's crawling over an O. Or is that a D? Or is it just a shape with a point coming out the bottom going to another one? Maybe it's a flower, yeah, a donut flower. And there's a couple of them coming out. It's a good harvest this year. Obviously they've got to be in a plant pot. And they've got some leaves too, because, you know, they're plants. And yeah, I think, you know, we're just about there, but this is looking pretty good. It's just, it's riding a wave. It's like, some of the waves up here. So there's a little wave. We've got another one here. And that's, you know, that's also another nice little flower there, just kind of coming out. Just like that. There we go. That's going to explode out that way too. Just all sorts of shapes, really. But actually, they're just birds, but they're flying upside down because you know, gravity on this side of the page is a bit different to gravity on this side of the page. So these birds, they're a bit confused, and they're kind of, maybe they're falling a little bit. Because they're running away from the fact that they came from 1 being bigger than 2, and they're not that confident about that part there. That's kind of scary. So, you know, yeah, just to finish it off, maybe we have a little just a little dice there. I don't know how to draw a dice. Probably that. That's fine. And that's just kind of coming to a stop. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. So, you know, we might have lost touch of some things there. So let me just grab this out, just in case we forget. So, there's our D. Just remember this is the R. And don't worry too much about the house, I'll be okay. And the E, who's not very confident about his identity. Their identity? Who knows? They don't. And there's an A. Yeah, there you go. And then we'll just do our first M, because maybe that M's standing up for the rest of them. And then this little snake down here is coming out the post box. And yeah, that's something, I think. So there's your little piece on dreams. I hope you kind of appreciate that little thing. It's a bit weird, isn't it, really? Alright. Maybe I'll do this again someday. Maybe not. Who knows? Maybe I'll move the light next time. Maybe I'll start drawing the front of the book next time. But sometimes it's fun not to, eh? Yeah. Well, see you later, guys. Right, ladies and gentlemen, adios.